Holla, what's up?
Up, Anthony Hamilton, my celebrity life. GeHolla.
Shout out to Ge Holla, reaching 1 million listeners on his podcast, My Celebrity Life, resetting the bar.
What's up, Ge Holla? This your boy Genuine. Shout out to you.
Y'all, this Master P, and shout out to Ge Holla of My Celebrity Life, the show.
Ge Holla, check this. I know we didn't get to speak at the spot that we was at together, but look, man, keep going, keep doing your thing.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, man. You know what I'm talking about? We definitely got legacy, we got royalty that's in the building, you know what I'm saying? Not just for, Bankhead and Atlanta, also just for Georgia and the South, period. You know what I'm saying? This young man's father is still a living icon, even in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be forever. Shawty LL. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show. You know what I'm saying? The head man Junior in charge. Shawty Low Jr. What's happening with you, man? What you do?
Man, what's happening, man? It's a pleasure to be here.
Hey, man, it's an honor to meet you, my good brother, man. You know what I'm saying? We got royalty in the building. I don't care what they say. They be looking at them kings and queens over there. We ain't even looking at them. We're looking at the ones we got right here in GA, my brother. I appreciate you, man. Where you hail from originally? Where you from?
I mean, so I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. The west side, Bankhead, the same spot. It's so much stuff. And I really learned a lot from watching them, and just watching how he moved. But if I had to share something that, he told me, it would just always be true to who I am and never let a situation or a certain circumstance change what I believe in and what I stand on. Always be me. I ain't gonna lie to you. For me, it didn't really hit me till after he passed that, and then I seen the impact that it had on people and how people like I'll run into people and they'll always have a story or they'll start crying when they see me and and just the love that I got, that really showed me like he's bigger than just my dad. He's really an icon to people and in the city and in the music industry. Like people really look up to him. He really inspired and empowered a lot of people.
Nah, bro, that's real. All parts of Georgia, you know what I'm saying, as well as the world. But we're gonna stick in our region. He is definitely was that voice in that mid 2000s where Atlanta was finding that second wave. You know what I'm saying, with him and Ti and all these people coming in, Young Dro. He really was a part of that voice of Georgia. Like he really made us proud to be from where we from. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be Atlanta, Savannah, Augusta, Macon. He really was that voice for people who wasn't getting heard in that southern region. Because back then, they really had to fight to get their word and their image and their music out to represent everybody in the South.
Right.
Bankhead, West Side. My good brother, what high school and schools did you go to when you came out?
I went to A.D. Williams. Anybody who from Atlanta know that was a school that was inside of Bowen Homes. I went to W.J. Scott. That was right off of Jackson Parkway. I went to what else? I went to Benjamin S. Carson. I spent like my sixth grade there, and from there I moved to the south side, and I ended up going to Camp Creek. And then from there I went to Banneker High School. So that's where I finished out school at over there. I actually went to junior college in Cali. I did like a year there, and then from there, it was just a lot of life-changing events had happened. So so I didn't finish college, but I'm still very well rounded. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, I already know. You know what? When I look at like our grandmothers and grandfathers' generation, some of them may even have a sixth grade education, but they was brilliant. You know what I'm saying? Know how to fix cars from the sound. They can hear, oh, that's your transmission knocking. Your grandmother could put something together when you sick. You know what I mean? Give you a little bit of rum, a little bit of hen or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Mix it up at like cough syrup,
Right.
and you came out all right.
I was trying to tell you. Yeah.
you're moving and grooving and coming along, man. You becoming your own man, and you come up with this great idea of the Shawty Low Day, or excuse me, the Shawty Low Week. Pardon me. So tell me break that down to me how you came about with that whole understanding.
Man, I I had really just stepped into doing music. This was back in 2020, let's say two. 2021, I had just stepped into the music scene. 2022, I was hot, and my dad, his birthday was coming up, and I was just like, I want to do something for my dad. So I got on the phone with my team, and my team was like, well, what do you want to do? I was like, maybe we can do like a week of activities, and we can include the community as well as party and stuff, because dad loved to party. You know what I mean? And they was like, well, what exactly do you want to do? So I was like, like feed the homeless. Dad loved to hoop and play ball and stuff like that. We can go bowling, like just something we can give back. You know what I mean? Outside of going to the clubs and stuff like that. So, I made a few phone calls and we made it happen. And we called it Down for Low Week. You know what I mean? The D4 Well Week. Because D4 Well was down for low before it was down for life. So that's
Wow.
where it all started at.
No, bro, that's powerful, and that shows that, man, you come from good fiber, good stock. You come from like the foundation of what we supposed to be doing, man. No matter what, you from the hood, you from the wood, you from the good part of the area, to give back to the people who helped make you successful. It is the key. You know what I'm saying? It let me know that you are a great man of wisdom, man. Even early on, starting off in your life, you know, navigating through all your struggles of life, all your ups and downs, your wins and your losses, and you standing firm, 10 toes down, and you letting the people know, no matter what I acquire, no matter what I have, I'm still gonna give back to my people and help them in their situation, man. You're a powerful man.
Always, man. You know, it it really don't take much, you know what I mean, to really support or do something for somebody. And doing something for somebody is not always with money. You can lift somebody's spirits with kind words or with a kind, like a helpful gesture. You know what I mean? Like, or just telling them that they look good, or it's gonna be all right, or you give them a hug. You know what I mean? Everything don't have to be financial. And sometimes me going through my own hardships in life, I just know it feels good to know that people thinking about you still. Because in this life and being grown, everybody got bills and their own life going on. We can easily get caught up in not checking on our people, making sure they straight and this and that. And a lot of people have pride and ego to the point where they may be going through something and they don't want to ask for help. And in this society right now, you know, mental health is very important, but a lot of people feel like, based on the social media aspect, if if you're going through something, you know, that's on you, or you ain't doing enough, or you weak, or if you ain't got no money, you ain't this, you ain't that, and that picture and that narrative is getting painted. But how I was raised and taught by my dad, unity is the most important. We are stronger when we are together than we are separate. So Down for Low Week is meant to bring the community and the people together so we can fellowship and enjoy each other. You know what I mean? And have fun. And I get celebrities and stuff to come out so that the people can see that these people are tangible, and like we are still one. So that's really one of the main goals of Down for Low Week is to bring people together and to fellowship and love the way that my dad did.
And bro, that's powerful, man. That's real powerful. You embody the very essence of what Atlanta has always been. I used to always try to tell people from other places, they don't get, like, in the '90s, early 2000s. It was different. You know what I'm saying? It was a city of love. That's why everybody You know, there was beefs here and there, but most everybody got together and did records together because they wanted to make something of, you know what I'm saying, of themselves in the city. And Andre Three Stacks, he set it off in the Source Awards '95 when he said, "Oh, y'all don't have love for us? That's all right. The South got something to say." And ever since then, them words was prophetic. That was in '95. Atlanta and the South has been running things and showing people the way. Like you could get together. We could all link up. You know what I'm saying? We could push the city forward. We could help our people. We could be everything that we supposed to be, that God made us to be. We are a great people, no matter where you come from. If you got a screen door, you know what I'm saying, a shotgun house, a project building, it doesn't matter. You are a king that's born on the foundation of the earth to make a shake and change things in this planet. And bro, you definitely living in that great honor of your legacy, as well as what God has put inside you, man. You're gonna be a great, powerful man as you continue to move on in this culture, in this community, and you're gonna save a whole lot of people that came from your situation because they're gonna be able to relate to you. Be like, man, look at Low Jr. He come from where I come from, and look at what he's doing. It's gonna be magical to some kids when they come along. You're gonna be a great leader in the future.
I appreciate that. Basically, what I have going on now about that. So we are writing the script and everything now. So you guys can be expecting a TV series and or movie about my pop's life. You know, just to embody who he was, his struggles, his triumph. You know, through all of that to become who he is and who he was, and the it's going to embody like the real life aspect of him, and also it's going to allow people to get to know Carlos Walker versus Shawty Low.
No, that's true. That's true. Two great man, two same man with two great different plans, and it makes sense. That makes perfect sense. It's the duality nature of self. People often say that refer to like the Gemini sign, where people have a dual nature, but I think all of us have a dual nature. We have a build and destroy. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
like it's all about how you choose to wield your power and your energy and your influence to make a difference in society. Of course, we gotta do to survive at the same time. So back before your father passed, they was filming his original reality show about all his kids and things of that nature. Do you know how much of that they actually filmed? And if they did film some, will it ever hit the air? Do you know anything about that?
No, that won't ever hit the air. They started a petition to stop our TV show, or to stop that show specifically, saying that it would have painted a bad narrative about black men and black women and having a lot of kids and unprotected sex and all of that stuff. So they felt like it would have been a bad look for the people, but it wouldn't have been, because my dad would have showed how he take care of and manage his life on top of the kids, on top of dealing with 10 women and 11 kids. You know what I mean? And I honestly just feel like, as far as that goes, what's the difference from you have these TV shows where all these women are trying to confess and show their love to one man, or vice versa, and that they on there fighting and cussing and doing this and that, and our TV show wasn't going to embody any of that. You know what I mean? We were going to show how we love, how we get along, how we work as a team and as a unit. You know, so I really just feel like it was a tad bit deeper than that. Like, people, I don't know. My personal opinion, I I feel like at some point people just didn't want to see Low himself get as big as he could have got.
I'm going to mirror to that. I think the world and the industry and people in certain cultures, they are fearful of a real black man, for real. Somebody who came from the dirt, got it out the mud, who hustled their way up to a certain particular status. They ain't about to play with your games. They're not gonna go. They're not gonna follow your rules. They're gonna make their own path because that's all that they know. And that could have been. You're right. That could have been real powerful for young brothers seeing like, oh, okay, we from the hood, so we ain't gotta act like this. Okay, so we can be family. Oh, so I can take care of my kids. 'Cause some brothers They run from that responsibility. But your father, he embraced it like a real man. That's a powerful imagery. You know, you said it best. They didn't want that to be seen. Mm-mm.
Yeah. So it's like with that, and I'm glad you kind of said something about that. Because I will make sure that that is included in the script so people can actually embody that and really see like he was hands on regardless of what he had going on in life. He was always a hands on father. He was always there. You know, and being honest, maybe we could have had like a deeper relationship, but it's like he was learning how to be a father while we are growing up. So our relationship got better once we were once I was a teenager, you know. So it's like, and that was around the time where I was able to talk to him more, open up and stuff like that, and and we were able to grow our relationship and build a different bond from when I was a child, and he was always on the move and stuff like that, and we still were able to spend time, but to actually grow that bond, that didn't happen to my teenage years.
No, and that's powerful what you said, and that's a good message for the youth out there. You know, a lot of times we think when we looking up at our parents, we don't realize that they really our age now. You know what I'm saying? And they was trying to figure it all out while trying to
Yep.
navigate their own life. And we might have thought like, oh man, y'all older, y'all wiser, but really they still was just kids too. You know what I'm saying? You talk about 20s and 30s, you don't really know a whole lot. You know your environment around you, but most people don't really start buying houses unless they're taught from an early age until they're about like 40 something. You know what I'm saying? Or to get property. All you're
Right.
taught is to go to school, get a job. You're taught the very basics of life. And then you're trying, like you said before, you're trying to navigate all of that into a family and you unsure yourself. But we can't see that because all we see is that you're a parent. So that's very profound.
Yeah, man, and I just make sure now, like even with down for low week, I make sure. Well, now I'm making sure that I include on or include in. I want to teach kids about credit, how to fix it, how to clean it, how to build it, and also teaching them about the stock market as well, on how to trade, and like day trading or investing in stocks and stuff. Like, this is stuff that I didn't know as a child, that I feel like if I would have knew back then, as far as credit and the stock market, and looking into houses and opening up businesses and getting an LLC and doing all that stuff. If I would have knew that when I was a teenager, or been taught how to do that back then, life would be very different now. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to nip that in the bud for our people, all people, but especially our people now.
Now, bro, that's powerful because you look at like how they gentrifying all of Atlanta. I know we know eventually projects are gonna have to go away. We have to evolve as a people, but we could have bought into some of that land and got together and create our own corporations, and we could have got in on some of that money. Like now, like you ride through the hood, you got like $1 million homes, $1 million spots popping up, and that's pricing all and kicking all of our people out. So they leaving the land in which they knew all their life to be put onto the outskirts of the cities and things of that nature. But you're right, that's real. We could have got together collectively and bought back the hood, bought back the streets, bought back the communities, and therefore they would have still been ours. And then we could have took that money and built other businesses. Boy, you want to something, man? I'm telling you.
But I'm on
Man.
it now.
Hey, that's all right. That's all right. You ain't never late. You always on time. You just learning your lessons in life to mold you and shape you to where you need to be.
I'm definitely working on some new music. I'm working on putting on a single out with my pops and myself. You know what I mean? Yeah. So new music is definitely on the way. So that's one of the main things outside of Down for Low Week that I wanted to talk about. You know, I'm definitely finna drop some new music, get back active. Also, I am going to take Down for Low Week on the road, so I'm going to be hitting a lot of the major cities. So my dad's birthday is in March. March 22nd, and he passed in September. So I'm gonna be looking to hit at least 2 cities a year, taking Down for Low Week on the road, and I want to grow Down for Low Week in such a way to where like I'll be able to get scholarships for kids, help people get a house or a car, or do things like that to actually help change their life as well. But the reason I'm taking it city to city is because I want everybody to eventually, like I want this to be just as big as any other event, and I want people to be flying from all over coming to Atlanta to be a part of Down Flow Week. You guys can find me on IG. I'm on all social media. That's IG, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, at Shawty Low underscore Junior. If you really want to get in contact with me, I run my IG. My team will run everything else, but I run my IG. So you definitely want to get in contact with me. Keep up with me. You got any questions or you trying to do any business, you can definitely hit me on IG. That's Shawty Low underscore Junior. That's SHAWTYLO underscore JR. Definitely come to my IG. I'm posting all flyers, all the Eventbrite, whatever information you need, you can find it on my IG. I definitely want to give a big shout out to Big Meats for being a part of this one. Helping me honor and celebrate my father. We are going to do a celebrity basketball game, D4 Web versus BMF. So that's something that you don't want to miss. Um, so he got a lot of his family and stuff flying in. His mom is gonna be here. Lil Meech's mom is gonna be here. Meech's sister is gonna be here. So a lot of the BMF family is gonna be in town for this moment. So and Down for Low Week is March 19th through March 22nd for the people who don't know. So any questions, anything, any details that you may need, definitely go to my IG and I have everything for you. All right. Hey man, it's your boy Shawty LO Jr. man, and I'm on My Celebrity Life with Ge Holla, man. If you ain't here, you ain't nowhere. I'm telling you now, man, y'all definitely got to tap in. Great brother, he got a lot going on, and he is for the people. So you definitely got to tap in, man. Shawty LO Jr. said that. Let's get it.